It was a dark and stormy night. My family was traveling overseas to watch me play in a tournament. And well, let's just say that plane never made it to its destination. This girl, this woman, she said she had something very, very important to show me and let me know. And it was crucial for her to show me and take me there right now. So what do? Do we trust this woman who we've never met before? Or do we? We hopped in the car with this mysterious lady. She told me that she knew where my family was, that they were still alive after all these years. I thought today would be the day where I finally get to see my family, but she started driving to the middle of nowhere. That's where I started to realize things may not be as they seem. I was at this moment where I thought my life was flashing before my eyes, a gun to my face. She demanded my wallet, money, anything that I had. And of course, I had to give it up. But I just stood there in fear. And then, well, it was all over before I knew it. I woke up the next morning. Could all of that just have been a dream? For a second, I thought it was. I thought I was just dreaming. It was a crazy dream. That was until I heard the sirens and police officers, police units, pulling up to my house, banging on my doors. They'd found out what happened, but I had no recollection of what had gone on the night before. What ended up happening? How did I get back in my bed? How did I get back home? I was clueless. The police didn't really have any answers as well, and I was left to fend for myself. What had this woman done? What had she taken? And how on earth am I still alive? 1 minute I had a gun to my face. The next, I'm in my bed, waking up as if nothing happened. No bumps, no bruises, no scratches. Who was this lady? What did she do? What did she take? And what do I do now? I'm not gonna lie, after this incident, returning to the pitch was a little weird. I just didn't feel like the same person simply because I don't know what happened. And believe me, we're far from being done with this. I'm determined to get justice on what happened. I'm still not sure what she wanted from me or what took place. So again, expect more storylines in the future and in this episode as well. Coming up, discussing this incident, we're gonna find out what happened. And we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We still have games to play though. That's the crazy thing, man. I want to find out what happened, but I have my duty with Inter Milan here, so we gotta honor that. Before we get into the next game here, I'm showing you the stats and accomplishments. This is something that I don't really show all too much of to you guys, so I hope it's something you guys are interested in seeing. I want to get you involved in all aspects in our career, in the decision-making processes more than anything. You guys were the one in the last episode that told us we should follow this lady, and I even warned you at the end of the last episode. I said, be careful with the answer you choose. It's gonna affect the series in a huge, huge way. So if you would have voted to not follow her, this issue would have been completely avoided. We wouldn't, and things would be a lot different. It would not be as of a somber mood as it is right now, and things might have been a lot better than they are. Well, they definitely would have been a lot better than they are right now. But that's the fun of this series, guys. Sometimes you make the wrong decisions, you make the right decisions. It's all up to you guys what we do. And it was crazy. The vote in the last episode had like over 70, maybe even over 80% of you voting to follow this mysterious lady. We'll find out eventually. I'm hoping, we find out what happened with this whole ordeal, and if I'm going to end up being okay, and if we can ever track this lady down, if the police can ever track her down. We'll find out soon enough. Into the game we go, though. Inter Milan against Roma. This was a very, very intriguing matchup, to say the least. In EA, what is this camera angle right here? Why are we seeing under the stadium? What the hell was that? Okay, forget that. Back into the game. It was one where, again, I'm not really feeling myself. After the incident, I'm still shaken up, and I feel weird out on the pitch. I don't feel like the normal Julian Weber. Let's just hope that I can contribute to this team in a positive way. It might not be scoring goals, as you saw in the last episode. We don't have to score goals to win games. We picked up quite a few assists in the last game, so I'm going to try to continue that today. And so far, in this matchup against Roma, we've been seeing a lot of action. Just no goals put into the back of the net. Finally, in the 41st minute, we're breaking through right here. Some great passing. And, well, even though I'm not feeling the greatest, that's a chance right there that I'm just never going to miss. Some good passing, and then the dab right there. I don't know why I celebrated with the dab, but regardless, it is going to be a goal. 1-0 Inter Milan taking the lead. Roma, third in the league. Inter Milan, first place currently in the league table. This is a marquee matchup right here, and so far, we're getting the best of Roma, getting out to an early lead here in the first half. But as you've been seeing this entire game, Roma have been attacking, we've been attacking. Can we make it 2-0 right before the first half? We nearly did the green timed finish right there, but just because it's green doesn't mean it's always going to go in to the back of the net. We megged the defender right there, but a nice save from the Roma keeper. And that would be how the first half would eventually come to a close. 1-0. Let's see if we can keep this lead. We gained that top spot in the Serie A in the last episode. The only thing we got to do now is hold it for the rest of the season. Sounds easy enough? No, not really. We're around halfway through, done with the season. We're going to get into the January transfer window later in today's episode. But let's get back into the action right here. One goal will definitely not be enough to get a win against Roma. They're bound to score sooner or later. So that's why we're getting our seconds of the game. 73rd minute, an assist. We grab ourselves a goal this game and an assist. Will it be enough to win us this matchup? Perisic with the goal, and he's one of those players that we might end up seeing leave during the January transfer window. There's been rumors of him going to Spain. We'll see if he goes through with those and ends up leaving our club. I sure hope not. He's been doing well for us this year. We'll see what happens with Perisic. For now, he is getting the goal. We're assisting the goal, and will it be enough? We're about to find out. 83rd minute. Oh, gosh. This is where things are going downhill. Roma getting one back. 2-1 is the score. That's not what you want to see right here with less than 10 minutes remaining. Roma have plenty of time. They've been attacking all game. And with them going all out attack right now, who knows what can happen. Luckily, though, our defending would hold up. And we're going to win this one 2-1. A goal for ourselves and a goal for Perisic. That was enough for us to end up winning this game. And as soon as this thing ended, you know exactly what I'm going to do. Anytime I'm not on the pitch, anytime I'm not training, from here on out, I'm determined to find out what happened on that fateful night. I want justice. I want revenge for what took place. Will we get that justice? Will we get that revenge? We'll find out. The day after that game, and we've got some great news. Some evidence has been found, and apparently the lady was my neighbor. This entire time, she's been living right behind my house, and the police stormed the house. The only thing they could find, the only piece of evidence, was my wallet. I'd been missing it this entire time, and I hadn't even realized. And that's when, I figured the worst. I didn't have a lot of cash in my wallet, but one thing that was there was all of my credit cards, all my personal information. So I feared for the worst, and I knew exactly what had happened. I knew exactly what she wanted from me. I come from a wealthy family. I have a lot of money from my previous contracts, sponsorships, and we went to the bank. We'd gone from having well over 100 million to zero. She'd taken it all. She'd taken everything that I owned. I've gone from being one of the most wealthy men in Europe to nothing. It's now January 1st, the transfer window's open, but the last thing on my mind is the transfer window in football in general. I'm worried about getting my life back together. I've been left with nothing. Even though I'm going to continue to make money through my contract here with Inter Milan, everything that I'd worked for my entire life up until this point was gone. Maybe one day we'll get it back. We'll find out who did this, but things aren't looking too great. Again, gone from being one of the most wealthy footballers in the world, one of the most wealthy people in the world, to now being broke, bankrupt. I don't know how I'm going to be able to pay for my house, my cars, and even though, again, I'm making this contract, it's not going to be enough to keep up with the lifestyle that I'm living. We'll find out what we're going to end up doing, and I'm sure, well, I hope everything will be okay. We got to get back to football. Get back to the Serie A, Champions League action. Coming back soon enough, but as we've hit January, we still got about a month until the knockout stages begin for that. Perfect timing, well, kind of perfect timing as well. As I talk about that, the knockout stages for the Champions League are going on in real life. Down below in the comments, I am asking a question, a different question in each episode from here on out. You guys need to comment your answer. I love reading them. We've asked 2 previous questions about our previous My Player career modes. You have answered them. Today, who do you guys want to win the Champions League this year? Out of the remaining teams, is there a specific team? Or maybe you're not fans of any of them and you don't want any team to win? Who knows? Just put it down below in the comments. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League, and who do you want to win the Champions League final as we get into this one right here? 1-0 is going to be the scoreline. 26 minutes. We take the lead. It not assisting, not scoring it. It's my teammates doing most of the work. I'm still a little shaken up, guys. It's tough to get back out on the pitch when, well, you know, everything has been taken from me. We're hopefully going to get it back eventually, but today we got to focus and honor this contract. I just don't want to have to move out of my house. I don't want to have to sell all my cars. All of that would just be so painful for me because you've known that I've lived a wealthy lifestyle for my entire life. Giving it all away would just ruin everything for me, and I don't know how I'd be able to go on with myself. Just get back into the action. No, I can't keep focusing on this. I can't let this person tear me apart. I need to get back to the game that I love, and hopefully it'll give me some peace here. Let's win this one. We already got a 1-0 lead. Can we extend this 1-0 lead? 59th into the 60th minute. A chance, but nothing would come of it. But as we move on, in the ensuing corner, it would be put on a tee for the opposition's attacker right here. I honestly am unsure if this team we're playing, but they're going to give us a run for our money right here. 1-1 is the scoreline. This is sure to be a huge second half. Literally both teams just attacking back and forth. You'll see what I mean in a second. The first goal of this half is scored, and it definitely wouldn't be the last. 6 minutes later, a chance for us to get one back. I probably should have played in the cross a little bit earlier than this, but it ends up working out. 67th minute, an assist for Julian Weber. We make it 2-1. Jesse Lingard, the Englishman, putting it in. The former Manchester United standout. I need to stop saying that. Every time he scores, that's the first thing that comes to mind. The former Manchester United player. How about the current Inter Milan superstar? Because that is what he's been for us. What a volley. What a goal. 2-1. We have ourselves a lead. Will we be able to keep it? Will we be able to defend this lead? Another chance and another cross that I probably should have played in a little bit sooner as well. But we eventually played in, and we still get the assist. Back-to-back assists in today's game. 77th minute. What a way to do it. We grab the goal. 3-1. No way they can come back from this, right? Well, plenty of time, and I told you this was bound to be a crazy second half. And I stepped back right there, and the header, man, from that far out, not a lot of power on it. Really shocked that that one ended up going in the back of the net. Hey, we'll take any goal that we can get, and I'm definitely going to take any assist that I can get. Nice goal. Keeper dives. I guess he just couldn't stretch far enough. And in the 84th minute, look at this right here. Green time finesse from miles outside the box. And we're not letting this situation off the pitch affect my play on the pitch. 2-3-1, I should say, is now the score. A goal, 2 assists. Things could not get any better. What? Wait, no. Is it 4-1? Did I say 3-1? Is it 4-1? Guys, we're scoring so many goals that I can't even remember the freaking scoreline. Either way, that one right there is going to extend on our lead. I think it's 4-1. Yeah, it's 4-1. Apologies for that. Our opposition would get one back. A nice volley right here, but with time ticking, it just wasn't going to be enough for them to do much of anything with that. Nice goal. All credit where credit is due, but we're still going to go on to get the win right here, guys. 4-2. Oh my God, I'm a little out of breath. So many goals scored in that game. It's crazy how in FIFA you get these crazy score lines all over the place. In some episodes, we'll run like 3 episodes in a row where we're just scoring goals left and right. And then we'll do like a few episodes in a row where it's 0-0 games, 1-0 games, 1-1 games. I don't know. FIFA, super inconsistent, but we'll take the win right here. And that one's going to make me feel a little bit better about my current situation. We'll see what happens with that, guys. I know you're probably just tired of me dragging it out. This is a storyline that, well, I'm going to say something right here. It's going to go on over a few episodes. We're not just going to find things out overnight, guys. This is a mystery that hopefully we'll solve eventually, but it's not going to be solved immediately. And we went back home. I have invited a few of my close friends over to discuss with them what I should do about this situation. If I don't get enough money in the next few weeks to pay rent on this house, and believe me, this house is expensive. With my current contract, I'm not going to be able to afford rent on this home. I need to do something, and I need to do it fast. The recommendation they had for me, take a few weeks off from Inter Milan and try to solve this situation. Do we listen to them? Do I take weeks off of the play on the field to solve this situation off the field? It's up to you guys. Is this situation that important? And remember, whichever one you pick, it's going to affect the series. I'll give you a little explanation this time. If you choose for us to continue playing, we're going to have to move and leave our house because we can't afford it. But if you choose to take a few weeks off the game of football, we're going to have a better chance of finding this lady and hopefully getting our money back. Choose wisely. We'll find out what happens in the next episode.